She clearly had an accent because I didn't do anything I didn't do. So I never hurt her. I didn't push her. I didn't shove her. I didn't do anything to that woman.
So what happened?
I didn't do anything.
Stephen Williams is sticking to his story. A man performing the world's least convincing innocence routine after his ex-wife mysteriously vanished.
I didn't murder her.
Okay.
Her remains were eventually found inside a plastic tub, dissolved in acid, and buried in a rural Florida preserve. Stephen will do anything to keep detectives from uncovering the trail of lies leading straight to her grave.
You killed her mother.
You killed her.
You killed her mother.
No, dude.
You killed her mother.
Never killed her. I would never do that to her.
But what Stephen doesn't realize, investigators already have evidence. Video, witness statements, phone pings that blow his story to pieces. Now, Stephen will say anything to try to stay out of a cell.
I don't know where the body is.
On April 26, 2016, Stephen was visiting Hobe Sound, Florida to spend time with his daughter. He made the drive for the visit, stayed a few days, then returned April 27th, the day Tricia Todd disappeared and was reported missing. At first, it didn't set off alarms. Tricia's car is found abandoned at a church. Her purse is inside. Her keys are inside. But Tricia is nowhere. Friends assume she's on a hospice shift until they realize she never clocked in, she never missed work, and she never went anywhere without telling someone. Tricia wasn't the type to vanish. She was a 30-year-old Air Force veteran, a hospice nurse, and a devoted mother whose entire life revolved around her daughter. Every post, every photo, every update, all of it was family. She was responsible, punctual, compassionate, and she never once failed to pick up her child. Stephen says Tricia dropped their daughter off at his short-term rental he was staying at the night of the 26th. Tricia and Stephen had taken their little girl to the doctor earlier that day. Nothing was wrong, just a little sick. So once Tricia dropped her off that night, she was set to return for pickup the next morning. But Stephen's story slowly changed. Now, Tricia supposedly returned to the rental that night, just to comfort their daughter. Stephen frames it like it was a harmless detail, but this is the moment his lies start colliding with the real timeline detectives are already building behind the scenes. A timeline Stephen knows nothing about, yet. When investigators pull Tricia's phone records, something stands out immediately. Her phone stopped moving shortly after midnight. But another phone, Stephen's, didn't. While Tricia's phone stayed still, Stephen's traveled. A lot. In the middle of the night, in a direction that didn't match anything he would later claim. Investigators in South Carolina decided to bring Stephen in for a chat.
Tricia is missing.
Yes.
The information that they got was that you had been down there and had recently seen her.
Yes.
So obviously they're talking to everybody that's had any contact with her during, a general period of time.
It started after Trish left. At first she was kind of okay, but then she started looking around. She's like, "Where's mommy?" And I'm like, "Well, mommy went back to her house." Like, "But I want mommy here." And I was like, "Well, you'll see mommy tomorrow. Like no big deal. We'll go do whatever, and I'll take you to see mommy." And she's like, at first she was kind of okay, and like as the night progressed, she got more fussy because she's getting tired, but she won't go to sleep. And she just, she really wants mommy. She wants mommy. And I'm
She didn't do that the first night?
The first night, no, she was okay.
Yeah.
But the second night, I guess, after her mom coming over and spending time with her and all that, she's like, "Well, now, where's mommy?" She just disappeared. She's gone. She's not here. She was here, now she's not. And I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to, you really want your mom here." And she's always said, like, "Doesn't matter, just let me know. I'll come and get her." And I'm like, "All right, well, that's fine." It's midnight by this point. I'm like, "Forget it. If you really want to come get her, then sure, I'll message you to see if you're even up," basically. At this point, just super fussy and just, I'm tired. And I'm like, if you seeing your mom is going to make you feel better, then all for it. Who am I? What kind of father's going to deny his daughter to see his own mother, right? Mm-hmm. So I text her, like, fussy, I know it's late, but, if you're up kind of thing, like, would you mind, like, coming and calming her or whatever? And then she would text back, like, "On my way." Awesome. So a few minutes go by, she comes over. They're still watching the show. She's asleep, and she's like,
What time frame are we talking about now? She came
at least like 12:30, 1 o'clock by now.
This is the first crack. Whenever Stephen struggles to remember his own lies, he just invents new ones. Because that's normal, right? A midnight visit across town to soothe the child. And then she vanishes. Forever.
I messaged her. She didn't think about it. She just hopped in the car, drove over, and when she got to my place, our way to leave, and she's like, yeah, my car is sputtering. I was like, are you kidding me? What do you mean sputtering? She's like, yeah, I just pay attention to it. I really don't have any gas. And I'm like, okay, no gas in your car. Great. I walk around, and there's a guy sitting outside, an Asian guy, and I ask him, hey, do you have a gas can? He doesn't speak English. I was like, are you kidding me? And he's like, one moment, and he calls somebody who was inside. I don't know who she was. I don't know if it's his girlfriend or his wife or his sister. I don't know who she was, but she spoke English.
She's Asian too, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And she comes out, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you, staying next door. My friend, she's out of gas, and I don't have a gas can. Do you have a gas can I can borrow? And
the neighbor didn't have a gas can.
Right.
So tell me again what you
So
needed.
she's like, well, I have a 20. Hopefully the gas station up the street has a gas can.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, cool. Take the 20, go up the street to it's a Shell. That's all I know. Because it was the one that was open. There are 2 gas stations, but the Shell was open. The other place, whatever it wasn't like a Marathon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I go inside, talk to the clerk, and I'm like, do you have any gas cans? He's like, yeah, right down this aisle. There are gas cans at the bottom of the shelf. I was like, sweet. Get the gas can, pay for it, get 2 gallons of gas. It's a 2-gallon gas can. Leave, put the gas in her car, and then I told her, I don't need a gas can, so you can keep this in the uneventful future that you need gas again. At least you'll have a gas can. And so she's like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, just put it in your trunk because you don't want gas in your cab of the car, basically. So, put it in the trunk and tell her, good night, basically. I'll contact you tomorrow, or you can call me or whatever, and that's it. And then
Stephen says Tricia left, and he never heard from her again.
Leave after you got at the gas, or what time were you at the gas station? Ballpark.
I don't even know, because
it was well after midnight.
Yeah, it was just late, and I was like, here, just give me the 20. I didn't even take my phone. I just got the 20 in my wallet. Here we go. Just go get you gas and bring it back. It's late.
You don't know.
I have no idea what time it was. It's obviously after 1 by the time.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then what time did you wake up? I guess
the next day.
Morning.
I think.
Yeah.
Because it was what time the Bush place opened, which was 10-ish. So I was like, they opened at 10.
Did Trish ever call that morning or text asking how she was feeling?
No.
Stephen paid no mind to the oddity. He says he just dropped their daughter off with a babysitter and was on his way back to South Carolina.
At the end of the day, this is, at this point, clearing your name. I think
right, and that's why I'm like, I know how it looks. I know it looks really bad, and I don't want it to be that way. So yeah, I want to clear myself, vindicate whatever.
Right.
Show look, this is what happened, and I don't know anything other than that.
Okay. Bear with us. I'll come back check on you in a minute. We're still waiting to figure out how long this is going to take and go from there. Okay.
No problem.
Bathroom. You got something to drink?
Where is the bathroom?
I'll show you real quick.
Little did he know, Stephen was weaving a web of lies that would eventually lead investigators straight to the truth and Tricia's remains. It's now April 29th, 2 days since Tricia disappeared, and Stephen is wondering what the latest news update will be.
A conference today at 3, or an update or something at 3.
Oh, really?
And I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how. I can't watch it because I'm not in Florida, so the station number there. But
I don't think anything's really changed.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking me.
I guess I just want to know, were there any, anything, just something, I don't know. Want to know any closer to finding her?
If there is, I don't know about it. I hadn't heard. I haven't seen any of the news reports or anything like that.
Okay.
Obviously, that's in Florida here. And she didn't realize anything. Like I said, I think they're kind of swamped right now with what they've got going on down there with that other case.
Okay.
So that's why I guess we're trying to,
Yeah, because I didn't know it was getting as much publicity as it was until I talked to the sergeant last night, and she's like, I don't know if you've been watching the news.
Oh, was that the female?
Phone pings, the ones Stephen never bothered to think about, tell a story that has nothing to do with midnight visits or forgotten pickups. Next thing he knows, the cops are asking for his phone and to take a look at his car.
In the back seat, there's something that looks like, to me it looks like cocoa on a straw that gets slung up on the ceiling.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that or if you've seen it.
I haven't.
You probably had your daughter back there over the last week anyway. With that being said, do you have any objection if we have CCBI come and...
Go right ahead.
It's almost dark now, so what they will do, they will take essentially a light. They'll go in the dark and then look to see if that whatever thing is blood. My professional opinion is probably soda or something.
I'm completely fine. Go right ahead.
Okay. And then that's it. We're just waiting on your phone, and honestly, when your car's done, if you want to bounce, and I can bring it to you, if you're still okay with that, I'm happy to take it, bring it wherever you need, wherever you want me to bring it to.
Just hang out, so.
At least get you out of here.
Stephen should have demanded a warrant because, under the surface, investigators are building a timeline he'll never be able to explain. Now it's May 3rd. Detectives from Florida travel all the way to North Carolina to see Stephen face to face.
I've been on this thing for 5 days, I guess.
Okay.
Like I said, her family's down there, a lot of pressure's on us and stuff like that to find out where she's at. And unfortunately, we think you're the last one that saw her. So,
Yeah,
and
from everything I've seen so far,
and you're,
it's like-
you know, I understand it's probably a weird situation because you got a girlfriend, but, you know, understand she was your ex-wife for how long? 10 years or so? I mean, she was your wife for about 10 years, so
Right.
you basically know her. So that's what we're trying to do, get inside your head as far as type of woman Trisha is, and then probably get up to the last moments when you saw her.
Her phone with her.
She didn't bring it in, so I imagine she had it.
Okay. When you went to get gas, did you communicate with her at all via text while you were getting gas?
No, it was, like I said, I just spoke with her. I don't even know if I brought my phone with me to get gas. I just left to go get gas. I grabbed my car keys, grabbed my wallet in case, for whatever reason, and then...
Okay. But you didn't see her with her phone?
No, I don't recall her having her phone, or, like I said, I just know when she came the second time, she wasn't wearing the white coat she had earlier, and she was wearing flip-flops. I remember the sound of the flip-flops, you know?
Okay.
And she just...
What Stephen doesn't know is that while he's talking in his room, his girlfriend is being questioned in another.
All right, the problem is, and you have to understand, he was the last one.
No, I understand.
Okay.
I know how it
And we're
looks.
trying to, and this is our first time up here,
Right.
actually seeing him face to face.
Right.
So I'm hoping when we're done here, we're done, okay? But it doesn't take, you know, an hour or two. This is a real extensive
I know.
investigation.
I'm just trying to figure out also where I'm fitting in this situation.
Okay, well, the thing is, okay, I'm gonna share with you. There's a neighbor close to the house where he rented the
Airbnb.
Yeah, right. Says that they saw a brunette female walk into the house. Not saying it's you, not saying it's somebody else, not saying it could not even be Trisha at night,
Right.
okay? That's what we have, and you're his girlfriend,
Okay.
okay, and you're a brunette,
Mhm.
okay? Also, you know, the way it could have went down, he might have had help. We don't know,
Mhm.
okay? Because you are his girlfriend, correct?
Mhm.
I don't know you, not saying you're a bad
Right.
woman, but it's just part of what we have to investigate to
Right.
eliminate everything.
So even if there's video of me working while he was down there, there's
That would be
time
great.
card of me working while
Right.
he was down there.
Well, that'd be great, but you're saying you're here to clear him. That's
Right.
clearing you,
Right.
okay?
But you were also just saying that you're pretty sure you're going to clear him.
I'm almost pretty sure, yes.
Okay. So you still want me to stick around to take a polygraph?
It's up to you. I mean, I'm not trying to force you here or nothing, but, I mean, you're saying you're here to get this over with and to clear him,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
It's totally up to you. If you want to go home, we'll take you home. I don't want you mad at nobody, mad at him, mad at us. You know, everybody has a job to do. It's unfortunate.
Right.
It's an unfortunate incident.
Right.
It could be just bad luck, you know,
Right.
but we all have a thing to do, so. But I'm not trying to force you to do anything. If you want to go home, go home. It's up to you.
But you're still not answering my question. So if I stay, I can help try to clear his name. Like, are you going to be asking me questions about him and everything about that, or are you going to stay?
Yeah.
Detectives go back over the night Trisha was last seen alive. Stephen admits they took their daughter to the ER together. No issue there.
Did your car leave for any time during that time period?
No.
Do you have a visitor during that time period?
No, no one other than Trisha and her family know I'm there. I didn't tell my mom.
I'm not asking you that. Did you have a visitor? And did your car move for any reason during the time period where you guys got back from the ER to the second time that you asked Trisha to return? Did your car go anywhere?
I moved it but that was afterwards.
After what?
Gas. I had to go get gas for her. Because after we discussed, like, hey, don't just put her in the bed, and then, what do you call it, like, just the whole car seat thing, you gotta take her out, and you might wake her up when you get there, and it's just annoying, and then I still want to spend the day with her, so if she still really needs you, I'll let you know.
Well, okay, so, but hold on a second. Okay, so you guys return from the ER. But fussy. Trisha leaves.
Right.
Okay. She returns.
Yes.
At your request. And then you go to get gas.
Yes.
But then he slips back into the same story. Trisha drops the child off, leaves, and never returns.
And then I get my car out, and then I go down the street to the gas station. It's a Shell gas station. It's the first one that's open, because there's another one, like, it's across the median, but there's a gas station here, and then there's a Shell station. Yeah, so I just go there.
Except he forgot something. The gas run. Got to keep that story straight, Stephen.
When you got back, where is her car at now? Where is it sitting in relationship to the front of the house?
It's in not in the road, but it's parked, because I moved it. I parked it just out of the way so I could pull back in with my car.
How can you move it if it's out of gas?
It's not out of gas, it's just, sputter, whatever. So I just got it out of the driveway and I just left it.
Did you have to push it, or were you able to drive it?
I drove it. I just did it, slow and cautiously, not giving it too much because I wanted to die or whatever.
Okay.
So I get it out of the way, and it's parked. I don't remember where. It's just parked on the side, basically. Okay. Just out of the way, so when I came back, I could pull in. And so.
And how did you put the gas in the gas tank?
With the gas can. I just, turned the nozzle thing around, screwed it back on.
Okay.
And then I filled it up.
Did you spill any on the...
All the while, police have gathered information from Trisha's phone and know exactly how it moved that night.
Her phone with her?
She didn't bring it in, so I imagine she had it.
Okay. When you went to get gas, did you communicate with her at all via text while you were getting gas?
No, it was, like I said, I just spoke with her. I don't even know if I brought my phone with me to get gas. I just left to go get gas. I grabbed my car keys, grabbed my wallet in case, for whatever reason, and then...
Okay. But you didn't see her with her phone?
No, I don't recall her having her phone, or, like I said, I just know when she came the second time, she wasn't wearing the white coat she had earlier, and she was wearing flip-flops. I remember the sound of the flip-flops,
Okay.
And she just...
Stephen gets antsy. He doesn't want to keep talking. Detectives tell him to leave his phone and come back for a polygraph in Florida.
I know this sounds so freaking terrible, but can I call my lawyer? He's working on paperwork for my lawyer.
Well, listen, I don't want to belabor this any more than we have. I have one quick...
The lawyer didn't do much. Police have the ingredients they need. Phone pings, timestamps, witness accounts, surveillance footage.
What I'd like to do is start off. Can you just ask him to tell us everything he remembers about what happened over there, and then we'll go through specific things.
And then comes the first real blow. The pesky neighbors. The same neighbors Stephen asked for gas that night. They tell detectives they saw Stephen leave more than once that night.
And we confirmed on the phone calls on your phone that I was at 142 when he called you to ask to translate plans for the neighbor. Okay. Was he sweating? Did he look worried? How was his demeanor?
And then the guy got off the red car and drove the white car away about 15 minutes and came back.
And then the nail in the coffin. Video of what appears to be Trisha's car making a U-turn at a time Stephen swears they were both at the Airbnb. So next time Stephen talked to investigators, he found himself detained in Florida, having to switch up some details real fast. Now Stephen has crafted a new tale.
I told Trish, which, once again, in the past, she's that meanwhile, I'll come get her. In the past, we're like right down the street, so I'll just message her and you can just come get her, and then she'll be happy.
So your plan was to have home with her?
Then yes, if she was just going to be up and antsy, then yeah, you can just take her and go back home. But I still wanted to spend time with her the next day because I wasn't leaving till afternoon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're her dad. Why didn't you just say, look, mommy's doing her thing, you get to spend some time with me, and why bring Trisha back over? I mean, it seems to me the last person you want to have any dealings with when you're down here with your daughter is your ex-wife.
Well, to an extent. And
Okay.
to me, I thought, who am I to deny my daughter her mother? I'm not going to tell you, no, go to bed. Like it's your mom.
Okay, so we know exactly what time that text is, and that's at what? 12:08. So now we're into Wednesday, just so we know we're all on the same days. We're on 4/27 Wednesday. Okay. So when she comes over, what happens? What are you all doing?
She comes over, she comes over on the couch, and so she rushes over and sits with her, she picks her up, and they're watching the show that was, and they sit together on the couch, and they talk, and just, I don't know, just whatever, mom, daughter, like, they just sit together,
Okay.
Like, she's just holding her and sitting on the couch.
Okay, so let's stop here for a moment. Let's stop on April 27th, 12 something in the morning. You got breakfast place, and the last time I heard anything about this case, the last time I had been briefed on anything that happened in this case was 3 weeks ago, when everything happened, and you were cooperating with law enforcement, and you told them what happened from the 27th on. What did you tell them? Because what I heard today is not the same as what you told them. What did you tell them the first time you spoke to the cops about what happened that day?
I didn't tell them about her wanting me to go get her laptop.
But what did you tell them? That she just hung out there for a while and was out of gas or something? Tell me about that.
I told them that she came and we were here.
Okay.
Great, because I still want to spend time with her. And then I said that she left, and that's when she discovered she didn't have gas.
Okay, so you told them that she went out, got to her car, didn't have gas, and then what, came back?
Yes.
And then you did what?
And then I went around looking for gas through the home.
Okay.
Gas can.
And the guy next door, the Chinese fella or Japanese or whatever, you spoke with him trying to get a gas can for him, that guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, did you see him over there? Could you see him from where you were standing? Because he saw you all night. He could see you coming and going or whatever. And I was just wondering if, obviously you must have been able to see him because you went over and asked him for a gas can.
No, I didn't see him.
How did you know to go over there and ask for a can?
I heard his phone.
Okay.
He was, I don't know if he was playing a game or messaging someone
gotcha.
or something like that. And when I was standing outside, I heard the phone, and I was like, well, perfect. If someone's awake, I can ask them for a gas can, because obviously I'm not going to knock on random people's doors at whatever time of night it is, ask for a gas can. But if you're awake and you're outside on your porch,
Okay.
sure, I can approach you and hope they ask for a gas can.
Right, and he didn't speak English, right? They had to bring somebody in to interpret for you?
Right.
And I assume you don't speak.
I didn't know what language it was,
Okay.
obviously. But
Alright.
yeah, a woman comes from inside. Yeah, he doesn't hold on, and a woman comes from inside.
He has no gas, so my understanding is then you got in your car with the can, went off and got her a couple gallons of gas and whatever, right?
I had to purchase it, but yeah.
Okay, right, well,
Yeah.
All right, and you were, at that time, the video reflects what you were wearing. Do you remember what you were wearing?
Yeah, it was just the same thing I've been sleeping in every night already. It was just a red shirt and some shorts, just because
Okay.
they're comfy.
Okay, all right. So then you go back, then your story is what after you get the gas?
Then I go back and I put gas in her car,
And then what?
and then she leaves.
Okay, all right. And now, so then that was the last time you saw from her, heard from her, had any knowledge of her. That was your story, right?
Yes.
Now,
Stephen's switching his story. Now, he did leave the house once before the search for gas, matching what those pesky neighbors saw.
Go get her laptop, and I'm telling her, like, that's stupid. Why would I go get your laptop? And she just kind of kept saying, like, she falls asleep soon, and then I can still do stuff with her. Otherwise, I gotta go pick her up in the morning, and it's just more work. And so I didn't want to argue anymore. I never liked arguing with her, and I just caved and said, fine.
How's the laptop?
She told me it was at home.
Okay, where was she living?
From, once again, prior weeks before or whatever, she had told me, like, hey, in accordance with the okay, I don't know if that's important, but what are you telling me? She's like, oh, this is our new address, or that we moved. And I was like, well, what's the address, please? And then she waited forever. I had to remind her, like, hey, what's this address?
Did you, prior to the morning of April 27th, have you ever been to that new address of hers?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know when I saw the numbers, but I looked it up to see where that even was. You know, when she originally gave it to me, and I saw where it was. I was like, oh, that's where Josh was living. So I took it as Josh moved out and you moved in.
Josh, her brother?
Yes.
Okay.
But after seeing Skype, I'd see that Josh was always there in the background or talking or something like that. And so if almost every day of the week this person is there, it tells me he still lives there. You know, and I didn't really question it. Once again, not my place. It's not my business.
How did you plan on getting the laptop from the house?
Exactly. That's why I was like, this is a stupid idea. Like, I don't even know if he's here. I don't know what his schedule is like. If he is, what do I tell him? Oh, your sister, my ex-wife, told me at whatever time it is to come and get her work laptop.
Why didn't you just bring her up? Why didn't you?
I didn't even bring my phone. I didn't bring my phone.
You didn't bring your telephone?
Right.
But I'm saying, from the bed and breakfast, why not call Josh and say, look, your sister's on my ass. She wants her laptop. I'm running by. Can you just have it ready?
I don't even have his number. I didn't know if he was even there. I didn't know anything other than she was.
Well, but she would have had it, right?
Yeah, but I didn't think like that.
Okay,
it was
fine.
just, I don't want to argue. I'll just go get it. You know,
Okay.
I caved. I'll just go get it.
Okay, so you're driving in that direction. What car do you take?
I take hers.
Okay, what did you just basically figure you're gonna roll up there and knock on the door and say, yo, Josh, it's me,
the
Steven?
keys to the car, so I imagine I would just use the key if I needed to. But
Okay.
again, I don't even know if he's
Why did you
there
take
or
her
not.
car? Why would you have taken her car?
Because her car was blocking my car.
Okay, where was her car parked?
It's just the driveway, so she just pulled in.
Okay, so your car is in front and then she's right behind you?
Yes.
Okay, all right, makes sense. So you back out your drive there and
I get I assumed halfway there or something, and I just decided this is stupid. This doesn't make sense. I don't even know if he is here. What do I say to him? If he's not here, this is still really awkward. And then I'm like, I don't even know where it is at home. Like, I'm just going to run upstairs to find some work. Like, all of it just seemed really dumb to me and, bad. And so I just turned around. And at that point is when I realized this car has next to no gas.
okay, so that's when we got your car is on video out in front of what's the name of the place, Jess? With the swing around?
Stoney's.
Sony's, you know what Sony's is?
No.
Okay, but there's a white car without the hubcap that does a U-turn there, that's gonna be you having the epiphany, what the hell am I gonna do? I can't get this laptop and going back.
Well, I probably could have, but it just from past instances with her, all I'm thinking is this doesn't make sense. This feels really dumb.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm making a grave error by even being out here right now. It doesn't.
Well, I mean, I think you're being a little dramatic. I mean, not great error, but
Well, it just felt.
But detectives don't let him breathe. Every time Stephen adjusts a detail, investigators do what they do best, a tactic as old as time. They lean into his lie and poke directly at the hole he just created. And he creates a lot of them.
thing that popped in my mind when I heard this change in your story, adding in the going to get the laptop thing is, why don't you get the gas right then? Why are we going through all of these motions to go search for a gas can?
I didn't want to pay for the gas.
So they push further. Was there violence in the past? Any arguments? Anything that might explain why Tricia never made it home?
In the course of your 11-year relationship, ever have physical altercations? Was there ever any domestic violence in the house?
There was once when we were separated at that time too. We just weren't living apart yet. In fact, we were already dating other people, but we were still sharing a house, which was silly because my lawyer then even told me you should just move, but I didn't. And I didn't see it at the time. Once again, I just wasn't paying attention. I didn't see what she was doing, but she basically she pushed my button to the point where I restrained her. I was like, I don't know why you're so upset. I don't know why you're attacking me. I just put her arms behind her and I pushed her against the wall, like, please stop being ridiculous, right?
When she was harping on the laptop and harping on the laptop, did that piss you off? Did that push your button?
Not really. I just kind of, once again, just shut down because we've been married for so long. I just learned I don't want to argue. It's just, it's a hill you want to die on.
Did somebody call the cops in that incident?
I don't know if she did or the neighbor she went to did.
Okay, and did you get arrested for that?
Yes.
Were you in the military at the time?
Yes.
And were you convicted of that offense?
They were pressing charges, and then by the time all of it was going through, we had gotten back together, we had reconciled, and she knew that she basically set me up. She even admitted, like, I knew that I was just trying to get you kicked out of the house. It was the only way I could get you out of the house was to get you arrested. So, yeah, I got you kicked out so that you would be out, because that was the only way she could get me out.
So what, did the prosecutor drop the charge, or?
Not initially, no. She did all the work to get the prosecutor to drop it and get the record expunged.
Has your record been expunged?
Apparently not.
Okay.
I had a letter, I don't even know where that thing went, saying that it was expunged by the top guard or whatever.
Was this an argument gone wrong? Was that previous call foreshadowing for something terrible? Even Trish's friend told them on tape he believed Stephen could have done something. That suspicion adds weight, and detectives use it.
Just like going to, Sally Beauty Supply, they asked, like, oh, what did you buy there? And I was like, well, I didn't mention it because I bought my daughter some hair stuff, but it just wasn't significant to the story. I went to Walmart.
Right, because you're only going to focus on significant events. Daughter was sick, you call her significant things.
Right.
Okay, so, all right. Now, you go, there's no gas, there's no real issue with her about the fact of the laptop because she's come to realize it's stupid to do. And what happens with gas now? Tell me what went down with the gas situation.
She mentioned that she knew there was no gas.
Investigators are about to get a big break. One that phone pings and neighbors could never give them. The truth is finally coming out.
So, all right, so we're back to you returned to the house after the errant laptop mission, and you told her that the car was low on gas, pick me up from there.
So the car was on gas, and she said, I was going to get gas in the morning, but I didn't because, you called me and I came for faith. And again, I'm like, all right, well, it's even lower now because I drove it, halfway to your place and I just turned around because I didn't feel like getting a laptop. It didn't make sense at all the time, so I came back. And then she says, well, is there a gas can? You can just go up the street and get gas. And I'm like, I can look, So once again, not one to be a jerk and just sending you out there with no gas in your car. I'll look, see if there's a gas can. I'll look around the home, no gas can. Go out by the boat, no gas can. Go by the shed, no gas can. And at that point, I'm standing outside and I hear the neighbors, and that's when I decide, okay, well, if he's outside and whatever time this is, I can ask him, well, I don't know if he at the time, but I can ask them if they have a gas can. And that's the whole,
Hey, buying gas, I forget what it was, a few bucks worth of gas, 148. And then we see your car leave, and then we see your car pull up at the gas station, and we see your car come back to the bed and breakfast place at about 1:56. Okay. So you've gone 8 minutes. Nobody's in the car with you, right?
No, she's still with Faith.
She's with Faith. You get home and tell me what happens.
I get home, I take the gas can out, put the gas in her car, and then...
What do you do with the gas can?
I put it in her trunk. Okay. Because, like I said, in my mind, I figured I don't want gas being in the backseat because again, and I just put it in her trunk, and then that's when I go inside to tell her, like, hey, done, you got gas, but she's not where I remember her being, basically, which was on the couch.
And now, finally, they get the break they've been waiting for. Something phone pings and neighbors couldn't give them alone. The truth starts slipping out.
Where's Faith?
Faith is asleep. She's in my bed.
Was Faith asleep when you left?
Yes.
Okay.
So, once again, she wasn't there where I remember her being. Okay. So I walk in, I go out to that den, I don't know what that area is called at home. She's not there. I don't see her immediately to the right in the bedroom. That's I turn around and I'm looking towards the kitchen, and I go back to that other area. I guess the living room area technically. And when I look to my right, I can see that she's laying on the floor, and I'm thinking, what? I don't really have words at that point.
Face down, face up.
She's face down.
What's she wearing?
She still has on her dress.
Any jewelry on her or anything?
I don't remember seeing her wearing jewelry.
Okay, I'm sorry, face down, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just kind of rolled her to see what's going on, and I see that she has a thing on her head.
What would you describe the thing?
Like it's a small cut.
Was it bleeding?
Barely, not much.
Okay, was there blood on the floor?
A little bit.
Stephen admits there's a hole in the story he can't cover up anymore. Tricia never left that night. She didn't walk out. She didn't drive away. She didn't run off. She stayed right there with Stephen. And now, the explanation evolves again. Suddenly, Stephen found her bleeding on the floor. No reason why, no cause.
I went into panic because all I'm thinking of is what I'm seeing right now and how this looks.
Okay, so let's stop for a second. Because we talked a little bit, we kind of came to an agreement, you and I think, on the stupid little things and the big things. And the stupid little things might be something you unintentionally forget to mention, and it's human nature and it's understandable. But then the big things, there really is no explanation for those. You didn't tell those guys that. And again, how about, you ever hear the concept or the term that the truth is immutable? You know what that means?
No, what's about?
Yeah, well, what it means is it never changes, right? The truth is always the truth. I mean, you can't change because then it wouldn't be the truth. And when people tell different versions of the truth, we come back to this concept of consciousness of guilt we talked about earlier, remember? Okay. And so that's a real big thing, Mr. Williams, that you come back and Tricia's laying on the floor with an injury. And if you leave something like that out, suspicious minds are going to think that's not true. That sounds to me a lie. It sounds like somebody's trying to cover something else up. Why didn't you tell them that the first time?
Because I had no way to explain how that happened. I had no way to explain how I come back and she's on the floor, other than them just assuming I did it. And I would never do that to her. I would never hurt her. It's just not me. I wouldn't.
Right, which makes it even more reasonable that you would have told him that from the outset. I never hurt this woman. I love this woman. I would never do anything to this woman. I came in and she's laying on the floor. Let me make it one step easier. Where is your cell phone at this moment?
Somewhere in the home.
In the home, right? What about the house itself? Does the bed and breakfast have a landline?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, but you're a sharp kid. 911, boom, cops are there, ambulance, she gets treatment, right?
But I didn't.
Hold on. I'm going to ask the question just simply, but that's how 911 works, right?
Yes.
You pick up the phone, you call them, you say there's something wrong with my ex-wife, please send an ambulance, right?
Yes.
And you did not do that, right?
No.
Now again, I'm going to get up and I'm going to take your seat, you're going to sit here. Come on.
Because of how it looks. All I thought about at that moment is, how does this look? You can't fix how this looks.
And Stephen tries selling the idea that he panicked, that instead of calling for help, he loaded Tricia into his car and took her on a drive. A 2-hour drive. As detectives already know from the phone data he has no idea they possess.
What do you do?
At that point, I moved her to better light. Nothing, I couldn't do anything, and I just put her in her car because I'm like, I'll just take you home, and you can go home.
Right.
I don't want any of this. I don't know what you're doing. You can just go home.
So do you fireman carrying her around? Is she over your shoulder? Are you holding her like,
just
cradling her?
Cradle her, yeah.
I mean, so you're walking out of the front door of this house.
Like Swiss cheese, the investigators point out hole after hole.
And so your simple plan was to leave her in the car at her brother's house. Now I understand that when you first started, when your story began to evolve, last night or yesterday, you initially told them that you actually did take her over and leave her in front of her brother's house in the car, right?
That's what I wanted to do, yes.
Well, no. I thought, did he say he did it?
Yes.
You said to them, and remember, all of this is, you know this is recorded, obviously, you're a smart guy. And the reason we do that is for your protection and for ours, so it can't be said that we did or said anything that isn't recorded for all time's sake. You're on video telling these guys that you did that you left her in front of the house at your brother's, right?
Yes.
That's a lie. Road now. And this road, I promise you, will end at the truth. Okay? When you leave that house with Trish in the backseat of the car, your backpack, your water, and your kachi bars, where do you go?
I just drive. I head down towards her home, and I didn't stop at her home. I wanted to, but I figured it was too late, and I didn't even think that was a good idea after the fact, and so I just drove. And then I got...
The walls are closing in. Investigators know these lies can't keep up with the evidence forever. And Stephen is about to hit the breaking point. Stephen's finally admitted he was there when Tricia was hurt. But now, he's having a hard time remembering exactly where he drove and for how long.
Which no jury in the world is ever going to believe you don't remember these real big things. Trust me. So, what direction do you go?
Turn right out of the neighborhood. It's a one-way when you come out of there.
Okay, what direction?
He tosses detectives a few vague details. A left turn here, a dirt road there. Nothing useful, nothing verifiable, nothing real. And detectives know it.
I don't need your body. Don't need it. I know you're thinking that that's the big deal. I don't care. Don't ever tell them where the body is. Don't make no difference to me.
I don't know where the body is.
I know. When I talk to you about consciousness of guilt, this bullshit story that you're giving them, and your refusal to take them to where the body is the strongest evidence of consciousness of guilt that we have.
I can't take you to a place I don't know that.
You don't know the big thing. Listen, you didn't hear me, Ms. Williams. I don't care. I don't care. I want to get down to what's going on now. So now you've got a woman who is at a minimum unconscious in the backseat of her car. You're driving around with your ex-wife in the back. It'd be very difficult to explain that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you do what with her?
I just drive. I don't know what to do, so I just drive.
Is she breathing in the back? Can you hear breathing or anything?
No, I can't hear that. So I don't know how I would hear that.
Right.
I'm just driving. I'm not paying attention.
At some point in time, your conscience doesn't kick. Do you have a conscience?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
I mean, we all know this is not a question of whether or not Tricia is dead. Tricia is dead, right? Tricia's dead. Yes?
I don't know.
You know. Come
When I
on.
left her, it was just a matter of, I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
I hope that she's not.
Now though, 20 some odd a month later, let's not bullshit each other. She's dead. You know that, right?
I know.
We know
I
that.
know she could have came to and wandered for all I know. I don't know
We
where she
clarified
is,
that
though.
yesterday, that she was dead.
But I don't know where she is.
Okay, I didn't, you didn't hear me. I don't care.
You should have found her. I would imagine you would have found her.
Doesn't matter. You don't have to prove how somebody was killed. Law doesn't require that, so it's not a big deal. So, you're driving around with her in the back of the car. How long are you driving for?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, is it...
So they press him on Tricia's phone. The same phone that was shut off before Stephen claims he found her unconscious. They know exactly when it stopped moving, and they know it didn't shut off by itself.
Turning her phone off before that conversation about the gas. Is she already
I
dead?
don't need it.
Right, because if you're driving around with that phone on in your car, we're going to know where that car is going, aren't we?
Wouldn't matter. I don't need it. It's not my phone. I don't want it. Turn it off.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's not your phone. I leave my phone laying here. If I walk out, are you going to turn it off because you don't need it?
Then comes the blow Stephen can't dodge. The timeline. That mysterious drive he keeps trying to shorten lasted 2 hours, and Stephen can't explain where those 2 hours went.
Where you have no idea where it is, what road it's off of, or where it is, and you're sitting in this car for a long time, And you do what? What do you decide to do?
I took her out of the car
Yeah?
and I laid her down.
She breathing?
Not that I can tell.
Okay, so she's dead. She's dead. I don't know why we had to go through to get to this point. You said it to Jess already earlier, but she's dead now, right? When you take her out of the car and you lay her on this dirt road, this dark, desolate dirt road, you lay the mother of your child, she's dead, right?
As far as I can tell, she's not alive, but I don't know that.
Okay.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I just know. I just don't want to be a part of this.
You didn't like see if she had a pulse. You didn't touch her skin to see if she was cold to
Checked her pupils. I just seemed like something to do, just see if they responded. And they were like half rolled back, and then I freaked even more. And I'm just.
Was she cold? Was she cold to the touch?
No, I don't remember being cold. I just lifted the eyelid to see if I could see like if it would what do you call it, dilate, I think it's a term.
And it didn't.
No, and then when I saw her eyes was like half rolled back, I freaked even more because it's not dilating, it's half rolled back. I don't know what to
Her
do.
chest wasn't heaving, she wasn't coughing, she wasn't sputtering, there was no...
As far as I could tell, she was...
Say it, say it.
As far as I could tell, she was not alive, but I don't know.
No, I don't like that word. I don't like not alive. Because that's kind of squishy. I like the word dead.
Still, Stephen denies any crime.
I didn't murder her.
Okay? You had an opportunity to call 911. You told us in your own words, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't do it because I didn't know how I could explain this, correct?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't want to deal with that. I didn't know what she was trying to do to me. I didn't know if she was going to say I knocked her out and raped her or abused her or whatever, right?
Yes.
So what you do then is you take her out on a dark dirt road in dark 30 and you leave her on the side of the road with the hopes that she'll come to, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's your story.
But that's not like I planned. It made it seem like I just drove, like, oh yeah, I know where this wonderful place is. I just drove.
No, you have it.
And drove.
Here's the deal. Again, they're really worried about the body. They keep talking about the
No,
body.
I know you don't care.
Okay,
I get what you're saying.
But listen,
You're making it
let me
sound
explain
like
to you
I
what.
had something
Let me explain
planned
to you. Let me.
I don't know.
Okay. And I'm violating my number one rule, which is talking over. I should give you an opportunity to answer all these questions. It's not fair. But having said that, the one thing that the body would do for this investigation is, well, it's one of two things. It would either confirm or refute your whole story.
And now, detectives know they're close. Every time Stephen opens his mouth, he digs deeper.
You killed her mother.
You killed her.
You killed her mother.
No, dude.
You killed her mother.
Never killed her. I would never do that to her. I didn't do anything to that woman.
So what happened?
I didn't do anything.
I'm not saying you did anything. I'm asking, that's not the question I'm asking you. The question is, what happened? Because like I said, I know you were in the house when it happened. I know you were there. I can prove that you were there. And if you don't tell me the truth about what happened now, then you're going to have to forever live with the fact that you lied about it, and then it's going to come out in court that we know he was in the house and he's lying about it, and that looks awful. That looks like you knew exactly what you were doing, that you need to cover this up because what you did was so horrible that nobody would understand with you, okay? I've done this investigation. I have all this forensic evidence, okay? We have a bunch of people who have gone through all of this forensic evidence, and we can see what you're telling us the truth about and what you're not telling us the truth about. And I can tell you right now, the biggest glaring lie is that I know that you're lying about that she was already on the ground when you came home. I know that's not true. I know that's not true, and I can prove that in a court of law to be not true. So you have to take this opportunity. I'm giving you this huge clue. Hey, you need to tell us what actually happened here, because if I can prove that you're lying, now you're going to leave it in the hands of a jury of a bunch of people who have been watching the news about what they talk about you, and then you're going to let them decide and fill in that hole about what happened to Tricia. You think they're just going to say, oh yeah, she must have just fallen down and bumped her head? You think that's what they're going to think? No. No, because you're not telling them what actually happened. You're not telling me what actually happened.
I just feel like if I do, then it's just another story. It's just another story of what happened. It's another version of what happened.
Everything is a story. Everybody has their own...
It goes into like the docket file of, well, we can't believe a word
Stephen shows some cards. Is there yet another version to the story? Closer to the truth?
I need you to tell me the truth about what happened. I know you were there. I want to give you the opportunity to tell me what happened.
And look at this moment. The silence. Stephen is calculating, skirting, flinching. It's the look of a man deciding whether to invent version 6 or finally give detectives what they already know. Stephen starts opening up about an argument he had with Trish that night.
Child support, and I was just trying to say I'm going to have to pay all that back, and then she just gets on my face about it, and I'm like, what? Why are you so mad right now? Like, is it because I called you this late? It just completely got out of hand. And then just the whole pointing and it just all went bad. It just so fast. She just went from 0 to 100, and I'm trying to understand like what just happened. Now I'm just trying to like walk away. Now I can't walk away because you're circling me and like you're jumping in front of my face, and it just got so aggressive, and I'm just trying to back away and de-escalate, and I can't even leave the house now. You know, I don't want to push you, I don't want to touch you, I don't want anything with you because I'm just thinking about flashbacks of before, when you just blew all this shit up for no reason, and then now I'm getting arrested, but only after the fact did you go and, you know, say that it wasn't my fault. No one else knows that now, but only after the fact that I got arrested. All I'm thinking just flashbacks. I go to push her away, and then she gets really pissed about that. And then she gets even more aggressive and in my face and pushing me back, and I'm like, would you please just stop? Like, I don't want this. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you're so mad. I don't know if you took a freaking crazy pill all the way over here, and that really pissed her off, and it just escalated.
Escalate it did. And Stephen finally admits he was there when Trish got hurt.
And then I just moved her away, and then she slipped. And that's when she freaking fell, and I'm like, oh shit. I asked her if she was okay. It was like a weird sound. She didn't say anything though. And then I freaking panicked. And then I just freaking panicked. Because I didn't try to hurt you. I just wanted you to stop being here in my face yelling at me as I'm trying to back away.
Not the full truth, not even close, but enough for detectives to realize the dam is cracking and the confession they've been chasing is about to spill out. As they push, detectives have something Stephen never saw coming. They have video, footage from Bush Wildlife Sanctuary the morning after the incident. The video shows Stephen pulling into the park alone, then helping his daughter out of the car. An ace that is getting detectives closer and closer to where Tricia was disposed of. The phone pings, surveillance video, twisted stories changing time and time again, and even a taped confession that Stephen accidentally hurt Tricia. Now they need to find this body.
You know the next question I'm going to ask you. Okay? And I know you don't want to, but we need to know where Tricia is.
I don't know, and I really don't have a freaking clue where that was. I just panicked. And I just drove.
And I
went through 1,000,001 scenarios in my head of what to do, and none of them were good. All of them just ended bad. And I didn't pay attention to anything. I just drove, and as I drove, I didn't read any signs. I just drove, and I just tried to think of how to fix it, and I couldn't fix it. It was just bad all around, and I'm just like, no matter what, I'm screwed. Like, I am screwed no matter what. I can't go back. I can't go to the hospital now. If I do, how does that look? I don't even know what to do at this point. I'm just freaking out because I just didn't want any of this. I didn't want anything to do with any of that. I just want to be a good dad.
I get it. I understand. All right. And Stephen, I want to help you do the best you can from here. Okay? And I know shit happens. It does. It does. It happens to good people. okay? It doesn't make you a bad person.
But I don't know where she is, and I can't take you to where she
But
is, and I'm still screwed because
We gotta try to remember.
remember that. I don't know where that was. It was just a random place.
Investigators get Stephen to come back to the scene to show what is now his fifth version of the story.
So you guys, after midnight, she comes here, and is this the same setup how it was?
Yeah.
Pretty much the couch was here? Yeah. Okay. Now you said she was, you tell me, what did she do when she came over? Where was she?
And then she, of course, asked me, I told her she's on the couch.
In the other room?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the TV on for her.
Okay.
To the gas thing, and I was like, well, I don't see a gas can anywhere around here, and I don't see anything that you can even put gas in. So if you have any money, we can gas stations sell gas cans, right? So I can go up the street and see if any of them have anything or whatever. And so she goes out, she gets her purse, and she grabs 20 out of it and says, hopefully this will cover it. And I'm like, okay. So we move her car out of the way. She stays in here with Faith while I go and get gas. And then I come back, put the gas in her car, put the gas can in her trunk. And then when I come back inside, I figured she'd still be here or wherever, but she wasn't. So
Where was she?
Got to the here because the little lamp was on. So I saw she clearly wasn't here. I looked over here, she wasn't there. And so that's when I turned around. So I was like, maybe I walked past her or something. And that's when I got about here. And then I saw she was lying in there on the floor. And
Where was she lying?
just in there, just lying on the floor.
In the hallway here?
No, the bedroom.
We could go in. Was this how the room was set up? Same setup? I mean, minus the bags and...
It looks the same, yes.
Okay. And where was she? You carry her out, you take her to the living room, you try to assess to see what's going on, you bring her up here to the living room, and then where do you take her from there?
I just put her in her car because I just figured if I
So
just
you carried her out,
I
did you
figured-
carry her like this, or did you throw her over your shoulder?
I just carried her.
Okay.
I eventually was able to get her up and carry her.
Okay, so let's
And I
walk out
just-
to the car. That's all right, you're doing good, you're doing good, it's all right.
Even?
We are working.
What we're gonna do is this white car is gonna drive and you just tell me where it goes, okay? Where it drove that night?
I don't remember. I just spaced out and just drove.
I'm sorry?
I don't remember. I just spaced out and I just drove.
Jesse?
Yes.
I asked him to tell us where the white car, when he drove the white car, where did it go?
Remember the whole point of coming today was to show us where you went with her. I understand you were freaking out, you didn't know what to do.
I don't even remember where I went. I don't remember.
Well, I remember you told me you got to the stoplight and then you made a right.
And that's it. And even then, all I realized was I passed her house. And then I was like, I don't know why I should even go there.
Go ahead.
No body, no case. That's the saying. Investigators are going to push Stephen to take them to Tricia.
Search Stephen, okay.
I don't know. None of this looks familiar. None of this looks like anything that I remember.
Where you're saying it was dark. But you remember making a right at that light. And did you go straight or did you veer off to another road?
I don't remember. I just remember the road was dark and dusty. It was only dusty because of it's just dust. It was everywhere.
You said you went down the road for a little bit and sat and waited?
And I just tried to think. I couldn't think, and my mind was racing. And then I just...
Did you shut your headlights off?
I don't remember. I just...
Remember yesterday you told me that she had her cell phone?
Yes.
With her at the house and that the phone had died at the house?
Phil, can you put fuel in that car?
I don't remember it died.
remember that it was off before you put her in the car?
It was already off, yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
But as we're doing the walkthrough, you said that her phone was in the car the whole time?
It was already off when I saw it. I
Okay,
just
but do you see
noticed
what
it
I'm
was-
saying? How you're going all over the place now with your story?
I'm trying to remember it.
It wasn't that long ago, Stephen. It wasn't that long ago.
I don't remember.
We got through so many hurdles yesterday. I told you today's goal is take me to her. Do the right thing.
I don't even know
You
where
are the
this
only
is.
living parent that she has left. Show your daughter right that you took us to her mother. You need to show her right. She's going to grow up saying, my dad did something to my mom, and he left her out. He left my mom out to get eaten by animals.
No idea.
Is that what you want your daughter to grow up thinking? Knowing?
not.
Then take me to her. You have to. Stephen,
To
you
a
know.
place I don't know. I don't know where this is. I don't know wherever I don't know any other
Do you
place.
do you get rid of bodies every day? Is that a normal thing for you?
It's not my job. No, I don't do anything with bodies.
Okay, so it's a pretty remarkable night in your life. It's not something you do all the time. It's probably the first time you've ever had to do
unbelievably
anything like
stressful.
that, right?
I panicked and I freaked and I just drove because that's the only thing I could do, and
Stephen,
I didn't even know where I was
we have
going.
already
and I
established
don't-
that you freaked out.
And I don't
Listen
know
to
where
me.
this is.
You
I
have
don't know
already
where anything
established
is.
that you freaked out. You didn't mean to do it. We've already established
Didn't
that.
do anything. I just wanted her to come back. I wanted whatever she was
But
doing
she
to
did.
But still, simply no truth from Stephen on where he took Tricia that night. Investigators pushed Stephen through hours and hours of interrogation. First, she went straight home that night. Then, he changed the story to him coming back to the Airbnb to find her unconscious. And finally, the story changed him to accidentally smothering her during an argument. Amazing how she keeps dying in brand new ways every time detectives ask a follow-up question. Stephen eventually admitted through further investigation that after loading Tricia up in the car, for 2 hours, he drove around with the body of the woman he killed and the child they shared sitting right beside her. And Stephen finally lets the big fish slip. He didn't just move her body, he disposed of it. He admits he bought a chainsaw, he bought acid, he bought a storage tub. He tried to dissolve her. He buried what was left of her in a wildlife preserve miles from home. But still, no body. It's not until Stevens offered a plea deal in the case that he decides to show the world where he left Tricia.
When we get there, I need you to put this, place it where she's at, so we have some type of marker, so we don't forget here on that, okay? All right, come
And deep inside Hungryland Wildlife Preserve, miles from the nearest light, Stephen finally stops walking.
So where you place the flag is where... Okay, and about how far down are we going?
It's not much off the surface, 2.5 feet.
Okay, it's about 2.5 feet down? Okay, we have to put the container where you...
Yeah, it's going to be a plastic barrel.
Plastic barrel?
In that shallow grave is where investigators found a storage tub filled with acid, and inside, the remains of a 30-year-old Tricia Todd. The mother, the hospice nurse, the veteran, the woman whose last act on earth was comforting her daughter. With the recovery of her remains, detectives secure the plea deal. May 25, 2016, Stephen Williams pleads to second-degree murder, 35 years. Investigators call it a deal with the devil, and maybe it was. But for Tricia's family, bringing her home mattered more than anything. And Stephen Williams never realized the truth, that the moment he started lying was the moment he sealed his fate.